So, good morning, guys. I was starting kind of editing everything from yesterday, and I noticed something on my tour pack that, speak of the devil, I need to close that garage door, which I need to go on my truck to do, because I need to get the clinker. Alright, you, boom. So, I was noticing something on my tour pack, and I don't know if this is a design flaw on Advan Black or what, but for some reason, I don't know how much you can see that, the front is just really sloppy. I mean, the rear feels relatively decent, but the front, and when you look at it, if you look inside, there's a screw hole there, but I don't see no screw in there. I don't know. I don't know if that's just a design issue or what, but Advan Black, what's going on with that? I mean, it hasn't opened up any or anything like that since yeah, whatever. She's dirty. I know she's dirty. She needs a bath. Bad. But anywho, today's plan is to, you don't need eyeball my business. Today's plan is to head over, first things first, fat guy gonna stuff his face because fat guy hungry. Fat guy gonna stuff his face because fat guy hungry. But I think I'm gonna hit a bunch of the dealers over in Illinois today. We had some good storms come through last night, so and it's supposed to be kind of breezy today, so I don't know how well you're all gonna hear me or not, so I need to open that so my face shield's not fogging up. I might end up in a couple of cycle gears later on and go and look at like some new helmets, and also I need to find a new pair of riding shoes as well. Just because these are what, probably 5 or 6 years old. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, and I only use them around town, and they're nice to have when I'm on trips. If I'm going out to like dinner or something like that, they're nice, and you know, they got enough. They're better than tennis shoes. They've got way more. They've got way more. You know, the top, the toe box isn't floppy like a pair of tennis shoes would be. So you can. So you can actually shift and not hurt your feet. Hurt your toes. Yeah, she breezy today. We got pretty good south wind today. As for topics to talk about, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I ain't decided that. I ain't that smart. I'm gonna have to play with this a little bit so it doesn't go to nighttime just because either the windshield or the I mean, I like the gauge, don't get me wrong, it's just where the sensor is, it gets blocked by that. I need to see if I can set it so it's a little less sensitive. I was going through some of the video from yesterday, and I looked and saw, yeah, I'm 130, I think it's 136 days from leaving for Sturgis, if I leave on that Wednesday morning. And as I've said before, there's probably a 50-50 chance that I work half a day on the day I leave. If I'm going to leave Wednesday, that I work like half a day and just make it up to somewhere between Madison and Wisconsin Dells. And then just dry camp. In the Forest River, in the Forest River forums, I asked about mounting the generator basically on top of the battery, or something like that, or relocating the battery, or basically right against the front of the camper. And they're like, "You really want it?" Several people are like, "Don't stay away from the propane. That's too hot." It's like the bottom of the generator is not really going to be that hot. It's going to be no worse than having the sun beating on it, really. And on top of it, I've got a cover there, so it's not that big a deal. But the other thing that I asked is about grounding it, and nobody's mentioned that part. No, they're all, "Oh, do it, don't do it. Do you don't want the noise?" It's like, okay, I used to drive a reefer semi over the road. I'm used to it. That's not a big deal. The thing's only like probably, I think the thing's only like 65 or 70 decibels. It's no louder than a lawnmower would be. Actually, I think it's quieter than a lawnmower. So yeah, anyone got tips on how to ground a generator for an RV? Hit it up, please. Yet again, I'm gonna beg for likes and subs and comments and all that stuff. Please, please. Please do that. But as for things on the bike, I'm kind of all up in the air still. I mean, nothing's changed since yesterday. More than likely going to be maybe a weekend trip plus a long weekend. My biggest problem, I've said this before, is that this year, especially because Memorial Day is so early, our baseball season goes a week later. So I wouldn't be able to leave until, is it Father's Day weekend? I think that's somebody's day weekend. It's Father's Day weekend this year. And as such, I mean, yeah, it's just, that's not good. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Okay, I'm done singing, I hope. They need to repave this so bad. They've patched the potholes and everything else, and it's just gone. It just needs to get repaved. This is the real bad section. Which I never really understood, because this doesn't get the traffic on it the way that, well, yeah, it does, because you've got that low bridge there, so the farm equipment. But this, they don't have a lot of farm equipment that come down here. Yeah, I don't know exactly, like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do when it comes to able to hear me until I get to Valpo. So I think I'm going to stop talking until I get there and get on 30, and we'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, welcome to Valpo. Yay! See how it says so right there? I wonder if they're going to be at the Chili Bowl and going riding today. They might be. They might be. That's the breakfast spot the Hog Chapter normally goes to before they go out riding for the day. This also tends to be one of the cheaper gas spots too for some reason. Diesel at $3.29. Very nice. In some shrubberies. They're putting in some shrubberies. I kind of wish they would have done this different, this overpass different, with one side being the green and white and the other side being the black and gold. The green and white for Valpo High School, the black and gold for VU. There's the Chili Bowl. Are there bikes in the parking lot? Are there bikes in the parking lot? Are there bikes in the parking lot? Oh, yeah, a couple. I've seen a Dyna. Ooh, squirrely. Dumped the clutch a little too quick. They're putting shrubs on all of these. What the hell? Yeah. I guess they're thinking is it's less you have to really maintain. I don't know. Do a good look at my tires later, because I think I got enough tires still. I don't know how much life that rear's got left in it. I'm trying to remember when I changed that rear last time, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, was it before my trip last year? Or was it before Sturgis in 23? I don't know. It don't matter. At some point this year, I'm going to need a new set of tires. I'm pretty sure. It's the Slingshot Brigade. Well, I don't know if anything's going to come on my mind, but I'm going to leave this rolling for a little bit. the good news is it's now a crosswind, so it's not as bad as when it was right in my face. So I'm hoping next, what was I going to say? I'm hoping that within the next couple of, I'm hoping that I'll have more plans next time I'm able to ride. It's going to be cold for the next week and a half or so. I mean, it's not unbearable cold. It's not like we're going to have snow on the ground or something again. But highs in the low to mid 50s. That's just not fun to ride in. I'm sorry. I mean, I know there are guys who do this damn near year round. It's like, no thank you. No thank you. I'm going to go to Schererville just because it's on the right side of the road, and yeah. Yeah, thinking of my RV, there's really only a couple things that I don't like. I mean, the Murphy bed's not ideal, but it's not a deal breaker. It'd be nice to have a little bit more weight available, but that's also not a reason I'm going to spend, you know, God only knows how much money on flipping that. I don't know, you know, at this point, I think I got what I got, and that's going to be what it is for another couple years. You know, probably another 2 to 3 years. I refuse to pay. My foot got caught. I refuse to pay what like Grand Design wants. You can say anything you want. Oh, it's a premium camper. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'm only going to use it, you know, a handful of times during the year. I can't justify spending, you know, 60 grand, you know, 50, 60 grand on a 30-foot camper. I don't see the value there. Well, they give you this, and this. Yeah, whatever. He must either be really heavy or he's struggling shifting. But yeah, I just don't see the value in spending that kind of coin on something like that. I mean, if you want one, fine, but I don't see the value in spending that. I mean, especially in this area, it's not like it's something you're going to do year round. It's something that's really only usable. Squirrely. It's something that's really only usable about what, 8 months out of the year. Basically, November, December, January, February, and March. So yeah, 7 months out of the year in this area. Now, yeah, if you're on a snowbird, okay, yeah, it might make some sense, but yeah, I just don't see the reason to spend that kind of coin on an RV. It just, to me, doesn't make sense. I mean, if you got the money to spend, great, but, you know, to each their own. But in my situation, no, it doesn't make any sense. What I got is more than sufficient. I like the fact that the garage is completely separated from the main living quarters. Yeah, it would be nice if there's a couple things about it I'd like to see differently. I'd like to have power jacks. And I don't know if that's maybe something I could retrofit to put power stabilizer jacks on it. It might be, I don't know. I'll have to get looking on the Amazon. You know, there was a Keystone that I was interested in. I just can't find one of them. You know, it's like, I think it was like it's about the same length as mine, maybe a little bit more. It's a little heavier, so it would definitely be a, you know, I think it's a GVWR of like 11K. So it's not out of the realm of being doable with a half-ton, but yeah, you're pretty much into 3/4 ton territory. Get it. I might shoot something on my phone and try to upload that to the Advent Back Facebook thing and say, hey, what's going on with this thing? Why is this thing so sloppy? That guy gonna stuff his face, and we'll pick this up after belly full, and yeah, and on the way to probably Moni. All right, see you in a little bit.